Good morning. Really good win for us. I thought we played really good. Really excited about the way we played, and you take out which you can't, but if you couple plays, the muff punt on special teams, the long pass, the deflected pass, really on defense. I think offensively, the fact that we had second down at the 1 and didn't score a touchdown to start the game, you can point to those. But really, other than that, played really, really good. Defensively, 10 points, 11 first downs, 218 total yards. I like the fact we're able to pressure the quarterback again, 4 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. 5 times they went 3 and out, which is really good. Offensively, after the first possession, we scored on 6 straight possessions, field goal, and then 5 straight possessions where we had touchdowns, 551 total yards, 38 points. Most of that was in 3 quarters. And another thing I didn't realize, too, I was looking at the stats coming home on the bus. We were 28 of 33 throwing, so 84%, which is really good, and 11 different guys got involved, so I like that as well. I thought the blocked field goal was probably the biggest play of the game when you look at it. At the time, we pointed that out yesterday at the team meeting. At the time, it was a 7-point game, so they had an opportunity to cut it to 4. Possibly before the half, we blocked the field goal, we take it down and score, now we're up 14, which I thought changed the game, really. And then what probably really changed it, and I say changed it, really got it going in our direction for good, was the fact that we kicked off, they went 3 and out, punted, then we went in and scored. So all of a sudden, it's a 21-point game, hold them again, kick it to us, we score. Now it's a 28-point game midway through the third quarter. So that was really good. That was good for us, I think, and that was a really good stretch. And the fact that we did that and played really good football all the way around and only had the 1 penalty in the game was really good. And, even if you look at that, I like the way that Samaj actually reacted on the penalty. And then when I watched the film, he actually reacted right and stuff because, if you see the fair catch signal, it's a very nonchalant fair catch signal. And so he didn't see it and kind of went in and scaled him like we like him to do, and kind of unsure. So all in all, very pleased. It's one of those games where, after coming off of an emotional win like we did against Georgia Southern, we had a great week of practice. I really liked the way the players handled that. Went down there and really took care of business, so to speak, in Mobile. So that was all good. We did have a couple guys come out of the game, and I'm proud of our guys, too, the way we're handling this, because if you look at it, Harding, Cisco, Sam Miller didn't play, Spiller's still out, Heddens is still out, Vaughn came out of the game, R.J. Turner came out of the game, Savage, Bunny kind of retweaked again. I don't know, we just have we have guys out, but I think our guys are handling it so much better this year. We're putting guys in, and they're really playing. Look at what D. Gillespie did, and Jonathan Hodo had a big catch. Zach Jackson had a couple big catches, with RJ being out. And I like the way we're reacting to that better as a football team than what we have in the past. So Arkansas State 6-4, 3-3 in the Sun Belt. Really good football team. And the last 2 weeks, I think, and you look at it, they lost a close game in Lafayette. Lost a really close game in Statesboro to them. App State, I thought, kind of took it to them on that Thursday night game, and, of course, Alabama. But big wins at Tulsa, UNLV. Really, really good performance last week. To go in and really jump all over Coastal like they did. I think Coastal has a really good team, and to go to Myrtle Beach and go down there and be up 44-6 at one point, that's impressive in what they did and stuff. So a lot of what, we anticipated kind of going into the year and what we thought they were going to be. And really good offensively. Can run it and throw it. Number 1 in total offense, number 1 in pass offense. Justice Hanson is continuing to play at a really high level, completing 65% of his balls. And the thing about Justice is you also have to deal with him running, because this year he has 400 yards rushing. He actually has 500 plus, but he has some negative yardage plays in there as well. And then, this year when you look at, I've watched him a little bit. I've noticed Murray at running back, and I've noticed him, but I'm scared to death of Juan. I think y'all know that and what he's done to us the last couple of years. I didn't realize that Murray actually has 200 yards more rushing than Juan does. I'm assuming maybe Juan might have missed a game or two in there that I don't know about. But so we know they can run it, they can throw it. Merritt has stepped in this year as a transfer kid with 63 catches that leads the conference, and McGinnis hurt us last year. The tall kid that back shouldered us a bunch last year and stuff, and we're going to have to deal with him. And the other thing that they do a good job of, Blake always has at Arkansas State, is between Murray and Juan, they also have 28 catches between the two of them too. So their passing game stuff is spread out. So they do a really good job offensively. They put you in conflict with their run, with their RPO, because they're going to put in two good running backs. Plus Hansen can run. Plus they're going to spread you with guys that can hurt you out there. So really puts you in a really, really good pickle defensively on how you want to try to defend them. Defensively, they have a few new faces. A lot of the same stuff, though, than what they've been doing the last couple of years. They're going to put in four guys that can rush the passer. We know that. They would rather rush with those four guys than they would pressure from the secondary. They'd rather keep everything in front of them from a secondary standpoint and rush with those four guys. But and then the guy really this year is I'm trying to think of his name, Bingham, I think. It's funny, we started. I always do that. I start a couple of days before we go to the next one, kind of getting a general idea of the next team, and so I have something to think about on the bus coming home from the game. And all I kept thinking about on the bus was number 8. Where'd they get number 8? Well, it just so happens 54 changed his number to 8, so I know who he is. He's not hiding anymore. But if you remember last year, they had Roland Jones 11, and they had 54, the Bingham, the transfer kid from Hutch. And all I saw was 8 last week in the 2 or 3 games I watched before we got on the bus to go to South Owl. And but anyway, I know who he is. So he was good last year too. He ended up making, I think, second team all conference, and so he's not hiding from me anymore. So look, tough test. I know y'all know that. To be able to go up there. But the great thing about it is last week we focused on South Alabama and trying to get to bowl eligibility, and that was kind of the key for us. And this week it's all Arkansas State, because we're in a position where we don't really have to look around and who beats who and who does whatever, and don't really care. All we care about is Arkansas State and trying to find a way to win this game, which we know is going to be tough. So
we talked about it after the game. You mentioned that if each win, the next week becomes even more important.
Absolutely.
And the way it's set right now, like you said, you guys control your own destiny. You've got 2 teams together before you try to win this division. Have you talked to the players at all about that? Or just trying to
Not really. The only thing that I've talked to them about, and because Friday night at our team meeting, we always have an opportunity just to sit in there with me and the team and talk about a couple things. But I was explaining that to them. I said, and when you start winning games, and at this time of the year, if you're fortunate to win a game, the next game always becomes more important than the one you just won, and that's a good thing. I was trying to explain that to them and get them to understand that. That's a really good thing to get yourself in that position, because everything is, was Georgia Southern. If you guys could beat Georgia Southern, I know it would be an upset. Boy, if you could beat Georgia Southern, it's a big game. We get right, and then you beat Georgia Southern, and all of a sudden, hey, it's a good win, but boy, if you win this one, you'll be bowl eligible. And then when you win that one immediately in 2, and I was telling them yesterday, and they were laughing about it yesterday in the team meeting. I said, because half the texts I got, the congratulatory texts, were, but you got a big one next week, and yeah, we know that, and I appreciate that, but just trying to get them to understand that. I think Adam is the main thing, because we just haven't been in this position, to be quite frank with you. So I'm just kind of getting them to understand that, and none of that really matters if you don't play good. So that's the key for us, is we have to play good.
Coach, during this 4-game winning streak, what do you think has worked well overall from your point of view?
I think we've settled in defensively. I think is the number one thing. And look, there's a lot of talent in this league, and you're going to give up plays. People are going to make plays on you, but I think we've kind of settled into, doing some things and have some guys in there, and and I think Coach Collins is really, our defensive staff's kind of settled in. Hey, look, this is who we are. This is what we can do, and keep things in front of you. We haven't had the what I always call the I don't know of a better analogy. With your kids, a minor mistake, you leave something out, you leave your shoes out or something, and then you run out in the street, and we haven't had any of those, so to speak, where you just, where we're just giving up the big plays and stuff, and we're making people earn it, we're making people drive. And what we've been fortunate enough to do is we're doing, which I think is been the most important thing, we're doing a lot better job on first down. and did a pretty good job on second down in the sense that we thought going into the year we had some guys who could rush the passer. And if you don't get people in those positions, then you're not allowed to do it. And we've been able to do that and get some sacks and get some negative plays, but you have to be able to get them off their schedule, so to speak. Offensively, I've always thought the key for us was to be able to run it and throw it, and to have that nice rhythm. And so we got a little bit better rhythm about us, and we're finishing more plays, I think, than what we were in the first year. I mean, at the beginning of the season. So, we're just playing good football, and that's a week-by-week deal. And what I was proud of our players, I thought, and we commented about it sitting in the staff meeting on Thursday, is we felt like we had our best Tuesday, Wednesday of the year last week, coming off of a big win, that we had really good Tuesday, Wednesday practices. And, that's the challenge, I think, that faces every team. Every team wants to win, but are you willing to continue to prepare to do what you got to do every week? Because there's no shortcuts.
Of course, it's never good to get down early, but just to see you guys then go down 7-0, and the way that's gone in the past when you fall down, to see the team just come right back and score and get the lead and everything. How encouraging was that to see? That
was encouraging, especially on the road. I thought we were ready to play. And it was just one of those things where when you look at it, I mean, it was really encouraging. The punt kind of carried a little bit with the wind, if you notice, instead of the normal catch where you catch it, the ball actually hit a little bit higher on Marcus, when it hit. I think it just carried a little bit further than he thought. And, I don't know what you really do. I mean, the interception, it hit us in the chest, and they ended up with it, and it's just one of those things that, things happen, but you got to keep playing. And it's good that – hopefully, maybe we understand that now. But I agree with you. That could have been, certainly a downer moment a year or two ago. Where, here we go again, so to speak. But hopefully we got past that. We'll see. But I certainly like the way we reacted the other night.
Coach, with the recent struggles in Jonesboro over the past couple of years for the program, at what point does it become mental? And that being said, how hard is it to break that hex of not being too successful in Jonesboro?
I don't know. I mean, I never really have dove into that much. I don't when we win, I don't when we lose. I kind of approach it, each year is a different year. And so I'm not actually going to talk about that. I don't know, to be honest with you. Somebody said we ain't beat them in a while. I have no idea. Just like last year with Lafayette, when we won after the game, somebody said, well, it's the first time we beat them. And, I don't know. And even when you're winning and I never bring that to any discussion, with the team. Hey, we beat this team 7 or 8 straight times. I mean, and then vice versa. I don't do it either. I've always kind of approached each year as a different year, and this is a different team. Blake's got a different team, and to me, it's still a really good team, very well coached team. But I mean, each year is different, So that's the way I approach it. So to be honest with you, I'm not even going to bring that up. They just know we're playing a really good team on the road in this league. So. Hopefully that's what they understand, because that's exactly what's happening. There's nothing you can do about the previous years.
Looking at it, to finish this thing off, it's going to be a challenge, like we've been talking about today. But knowing you have to do it going through 2 different places, so these historic rivals, it's got to be no fun at the same time too. Yeah, it is. I know, no question, and I know that ULM has a history with Arkansas State. So yeah, that's good. It's good stuff, and teams that we've played for years, and so I agree with you. That even makes it, like I said, it's just it's this time of the year, and it's mid-November to late November, and things are, we have a couple games left, and it's fun to have a seat at the table. You mentioned this being uncharted territory, for this program, for these guys that you're coaching, but you guys have coaching staff been in this situation before from the different places you've been at. How have kind of the players reacted to being in this race this late in the season?
Hopefully all I can really go on is how we prepared last week, and hopefully we can continue that. And but you just you never really know. I mean, I think really in anything, coming off of a big win, I mean, how do you react? Or coming off of a big loss, how you react? And it's a big win for us to beat Georgia Southern. I know that Troy beat Georgia Southern last week, but this last Saturday. But given the circumstances at the time, 7-1, leading our league, coming in, I mean, that was a big win for us. And you just don't really know, I guess, how we're going to handle that, and stuff. But hopefully we can continue to handle some success the way we handled it last week, because if last week was any indication of how we prepared, hopefully we can continue to do that. And, you know, because to play at a high level, you got to continue to prepare at a high level. And that's the main message I'm giving to them. You know, it's about us. It's about how we prepare, how we play, how we approach this. You know, look, I mean, Arkansas State's going to be a great opponent. We know that. But, man, it all starts in this building. It starts in this building, and it stays in those buses that we go up there. This is what we can control, and let's control it. And hopefully we can continue to do that. So, but that's always been the way I've looked at things, whether you're on a winning streak or a losing streak. You know, it all starts with us. So hopefully we'll continue on that track. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.